Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be discussing Operation Comfort Warriors, and with me today is Mark Woodsmall. He's with the American Legion National Headquarters staff here in Indianapolis, Indiana, and he is the Operation Comfort Warriors Program Manager.
Hey, how are you? Hey, Operation Comfort Warriors, it's an officially recognized program, American Legion Charities. The purpose is to assist wounded warriors, at-risk warriors, as they recover from, injuries that they sustained during Operations Enduring Freedom, Operations Wrecking Freedom, plus to assist our veterans in general. It's estimated that as the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan have now wound down, it's estimated that nearly 20% of our service members that were deployed may have suffered from PTSD, traumatic brain injuries, and so on and so forth. That helps. The Operation Comfort Warriors helps veterans through events, and we also assist facilities like VA facilities, warrior transition units, providing them with comfort items so that they can provide to our veterans and whatnot in those facilities to assist them with their recovery.
So, say a soldier is overseas and gets injured, comes back to the States, and is looking up OCW information. What would be the first thing they need to do to start this process?
Well, I would encourage them to go to www.legion.org to possibly look into visiting with a service officer, because the OCW program does not provide direct assistance to individuals themselves unless they're sponsored by a post, like we're here at Post 64 in Indianapolis, Indiana today, or by a department. Of course, Post 64 here in Indiana is part of the Department of Indiana.
Is there an amount that cuts off? Like, can they get up to 5,000, 10,000? What specific amount can each individual get through OCW?
Our grants are capped at $10,000. It's not to say that an exception to policy cannot be granted for anything over that, but as long as there's post or department sponsorship, 10,000 is pretty much the cap. And most of your VA facilities and whatnot, they have limited storage space. So if your person is going to make a donation, it's preferred to make a monetary donation. Then that way the monies can go to the post or department in order to purchase the items or whatever event, sponsor the event in question for our veterans.
Okay, so if a person applies for Operation Comfort Warriors assistance from the beginning to the very end, how long does that process take before they know what's going to happen?
It can vary. You go online at www.legion.org/Operation Comfort Warriors. Fill out a request for assistance. Like I said, before making that request, you need to ensure that you'll either have post or department sponsorship.
Okay, and how would they get that sponsorship? Do they need to talk to the adjutant or the commander, or is there somebody?
They could talk. I would recommend coming to, if you're a member of the post, coming and speaking to one of the officers here. Your adjutant is generally your chief cook and bottle washer. I would make contact with adjutant or an officer here just to make those contacts.
And how long has OCW been around? Like, when was the program first created?
Well,
has it been over a decade, or?
Yeah, it's been around since roughly around 2007, maybe a little bit before, as we started seeing our soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines coming back from the Southwest Asia Theater of Operations.
Okay, so taken away from everything that we've discussed today, what is the most important step of this process? Is there a certain part where a lot of people get tangled up and their claims get denied, or is there something that they need to really focus on when applying?
No, it's being able to provide as much information as possible to the if you're going to fill out an application for a grant, is to provide as much information as possible. Publicity, our trying to make sure we get the word out is important. Being able to ensure that our posts, our departments, and our service members are recognized for their efforts.
Okay, so would it be okay if they got a department service officer to help them with this process?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because, our department service officers are experts on being able to provide information as far as education, employment, any kind of referral or anything like that. They are the go-to person for being able to helping our service members get contact with the resources they need, whether most of their work is involved with filing VA disability claims and whatnot. However, their assistance is free of charge for veterans and their families.
Perfect. All right. Well, we raised over $58,000 today here at the Post. That included donations, food sales. So it was a pretty good event.
That's wonderful.
How much would $58,000 help with OCW? Like, would it just be like maybe 6 people that it would assist in, or?
It just depends on what they need. We recently approved one for the Veterans Creative Arts Festival. It's a festival where, some of our veterans, as they work through their recovery and whatnot, whether the matter of the arts, whether it be public speaking, acting, painting, or whatnot. And this year, the American Legion Auxiliary, part of the American Legion family, sponsors this event on a yearly basis, and this year it's going to be held in Indianapolis. And recently there was an OCW grant approved for $7,000 for the purchase of Stanley steel cups to be able to give to all 125 or to somewhere between 125 to 150 veterans are going to be in town the week of May 11th through the 18th for this Creative Arts Festival. This will be one of the items that they'll be able to take home with them.
Perfect. So is there anything that OCW would not cover?
OCW is not meant to pay your car payment, pay your house payment, or anything like that. It is to be able to provide the comfort items that improves our service members, our veterans, and their morale, to be able to help them with their recovery, whether that be a physical injury or whether that be a mental injury.
Is this a one-time grant that they can apply for? What if 5 years down the road they have another problem? Can they reapply for another grant? Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So is there anything else you would like to say to the audience regarding Operation Comfort Warriors?
We're here. Eric and I are veterans. Myself, this afternoon, I spent time with my son. My son is a veteran who suffered a traumatic brain injury in Iraq. So this is something that's very important to me, to be able to work with veterans such as myself and Eric, and to be able to assist veterans and veterans. It's
amazing.
Very, very important.
Yeah, that just makes me want to ask one more question. Then, approximately how many veterans do you think Operation Comfort Warriors helps on a yearly basis?
In 2024, we approved, because the program during 2024, the program underwent some changes. And came out of that in 2024. We approved 12 grants for approximately $89,000. So far in 2025, there have been 3 grants approved for $27,000.
Well, that's awesome. Well, there's a little bit about Operation Comfort Warriors. A lot of American Legion posts, they do fundraisers for this program. It's a worthy program. If you need any other information, you can look it up on the national website through mylegion.org. And of course, Mark Wood Small and I, we're always able to communicate through email and phone calls as well. I'm the Central Region Liaison, so the people in states in my jurisdiction is Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, Kentucky, and West Virginia, and from time to time in other states such as Georgia, depending on who the National Vice Commander will be. I believe I'm
the Northeast Region Liaison, in addition to my Operation Comfort Warriors duties. That includes Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, New York, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, and the Department of France.
Wow. Well, there you have it, folks. If you know a veteran that's in need of some things that might make their life a little bit better due to their combat injuries, please reach out and have them look up Operation Comfort Warriors. Thank you and have a good day. If you'd like to learn more about Operation Comfort Warriors, go to our website at www.legion.org.